She's dead. We're moving. Sir, they're doing the best they can right now, okay?
This is going to be a sad video right here, so be prepared. Be prepared. I had seen this on my YouTube timeline. I wanted to react to it, okay? We have a little baby who was left in the car, okay? As Pops was watching freaky stuff on his cellular device, okay? So we're going to get into it. We're not going to waste any time. Make sure you tell a friend today. Ain't your mama today. Uncle Joey still a hole. Let's get right into the video, man. Let's get it.
911, 911, please. My baby was in the car. She's not responsive. The AC was on. She's dead. We're moving.
Right. No. So we can't let you do that right now.
So you think you're just gonna take a shower after leaving your baby in the car to DIE? You think you're just gonna take a shower? The cops are not gonna go anywhere. They're just gonna conveniently wait on you to take a shower and wash all your sins away. Then you can get out and get handcuffed in the whole nine. Come on, bro. Come on. These people are delusional, dog.
Stay in the room if you want, but
It's a scorching 109 degrees in Marana, Arizona on the late afternoon of July 9th, 2020.
Let me just say, I'm going to try not to pause 50 million times, but Arizona is beautiful, but it's just so fucking hot. Comment down below. Let me know where you are from right now. How is the weather right now? I'm in Dallas, Texas. Currently, you can't really see, but it has been a rainy, dreary, cloudy day in Dallas, Texas today. But yeah, man, Arizona's a beautiful place. It's just too fucking steaming ass hot. But anyway.
4. A frantic 911 call sends first responders racing to the aid of a 2-year-old child found unresponsive after her father left her to sleep in the family's car. As investigators try to piece together what may have happened, unsettling discrepancies begin to emerge, and shocking evidence raises a haunting question. Was this a heartbreaking mistake or a catastrophe waiting to happen? The suspect in question and all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
It's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
Our lives have been literally perfect.
The panicked 911 call comes in around 4 p.m. from 37-year-old Christopher Schultes. As the dispatcher attempts to keep him calm, Marana County Police and first responders weave through the busy streets in a desperate race to get to the scene.
What are you reporting? She was in the car sleeping. She's unresponsive. Okay. And who is she?
Who is she?
My daughter. Is she still breathing? No, she's not breathing right now. Okay, we need to start CPR right now. Yes, we are. We're starting CPR, yes. I'm so sorry. Okay, is she breathing yet?
How long has it been?
Half hour. It was, but it turned off.
Yeah, trying CPR.
Turns off? What?
Trying CPR on the baby. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, baby.
Deeper. Move on, give her breath.
By the time police arrive, paramedics have already taken over efforts to save the child, but the situation looks grim. As the temperature outside is boiling, they need to know how long she was exposed to the deadly heat.
Half hour, 45 minutes. 45 minutes, okay. The car's been on.
She was left in the car.
In Arizona, it only take a hot 2 seconds.
Minutes, but it was on. Was the air conditioning on? Yes.
Straight up.
But I guess it turned off, right?
As the paramedics meet space
That's
to work,
crazy, bro.
Chris walks away from the desperate situation. The officers attempt to keep Chris calm as he experiences rapid shifts in his emotional state.
I'm Chris. Oh yeah, let's get some work done. What's going on? Why are you with me? Because we were first responders and we were obviously in the AC was on.
My worst nightmare.
I'm also having a pain, so I can't be sitting down.
Please, baby, please. Anything.
Despite their best efforts, the situation takes a dark turn.
I don't know if we either of us should do anything now. She's dead. Like, I need to see what her like.
Oh my God, no! She's dead. We're moving. Sir, they're doing the best they can right now, okay?
Shortly after arriving at the hospital, 2-year-old Parker Schultes was pronounced deceased, a devastating result of intense heat stroke. While waiting with officers inside the house, Chris's demeanor continues to alternate between panicked and eerily calm.
I can't imagine, man.
Thank you.
Damn, dog. Whew. That's heavy. That's heavy.
Can we get you anything?
She wants me to try and get her right to the hospital.
Hey, we'll accommodate that for you, all right? We're just gonna need to get a statement from you about what happened, what's been going on. Obviously, I know this isn't easy for you. Okay, it's not easy for anyone around right now.
As the officer prepares to get Chris's version of events, a group of investigators outside try to piece together what little information they have from the child's mother. However, a disturbing observation made by one of the paramedics will leave them questioning if there's more to the story than they've been led to believe.
Mom's an anesthesiologist, so Mom was working. Mom arrived, asked where the daughter was. Dad came out here, brought the kid in, looked like that. Mom started working on the kid. At that point, Dad said the kid had been in the car for 45 minutes. AC was running.
The car wasn't running when you guys said.
No, the car was not running.
Nah, he's fucking lying, bro. How does the car just suddenly turn off? I've never heard of a car just suddenly turning off unless there's something wrong with the vehicle. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think.
Sounds like he was aware because he said he left the baby in the car to sleep and left the car on.
No medics were talking about rigor in there already.
While Parker's physical state upon the paramedics' arrival
Wow.
raises suspicions with the officers outside, Chris begins to explain his version of what happened.
My daughters were at Elevate with my friend next door. They got home about 2:45 or so. They've just been hanging out at home. She was sleeping in the car, and I had the car on. But it has a sensor where every 30 minutes or so it'll turn off if you haven't moved. I swore she was in the house playing with her sisters like she always does.
I will say that is the case for EV vehicles and hybrid vehicles, right? The car will turn off. You know what I'm saying? I have a hybrid and my car turns off if I don't move or do anything in the car. So maybe that's the case with this.
Didn't do anything else really on the house. And like,
Well, we never do this anywhere, but I'm home, right? Like you're home, you're safe, you're like your kids are home.
right.
Why leave her in the car though?
I'm sorry this is all going on.
That's my question.
We always
Why?
park that car in the garage usually, but I just got a Peloton recently, and the Peloton is in the garage now, so that's why it's not even in the garage. But
And how long was she sleeping in the car out there?
I want to say it was no more than 30, 45 minutes.
The chilling reality is that Parker remained in the driveway for far longer, a darker truth that will soon come to light with devastating implications. Meanwhile, as tensions simmer in the stifling heat outside, two officers take refuge in the shade and vent their mounting frustrations over the tragic situation.
No, summer one. That's it. That's it from the notes and I'm looking at it. But the AC is on. No, I'm not listening.
Especially with wind, it's like directly in the back seats and directly in the center.
Oh, worse than that.
It's worse.
Fucking fruit fly, man. Woo, bitch. Y'all ever have a fruit fly in y'all fucking house, man, who you cannot fucking get rid of? And the motherfucker just is fast as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Why are these flies fast as fuck like this, bruh? You know what I'm saying? God damn it, it's just so annoying too, bro. Oh my god, I need to get some fly traps. God damn.
Now taking a break from questions, Chris makes a startling move that leaves officers stunned. As they attempt to relay the gravity of the situation, his willingness to cooperate takes a sharp turn.
Just to let you know, I don't want to feel like we're intruding, but we're gonna have to stand by with you for a while. All right.
Is there a reason why?
So any death, we have to treat it like a crime scene. I know this is extremely difficult for you. This is a normal process that we have to follow through with. I don't want you to be blindsided by anything, but that's what's going to be going on for right now, okay?
So I'm being treated like a murderer?
No.
I just lost my face.
Not at all. I know that. And I know this isn't easy for you. That's why I'm trying to be straightforward and honest with you, okay? I don't want to keep any secrets. I don't want to hide anything for you. Someone's going to talk to you about what happened, though. All right? We will keep you updated with everything.
My whole family, my whole family's going to be ruined.
That's a nightmare, man. That's a nightmare.
We'll be all right. No. So we can't let you do that right now. We have to stand by with you. Okay?
You thought he was just going to get in the shower.
Stay in the room if you want, but I'm going to talk.
I know this isn't easy for you, but the quicker we get this done and finish up, the sooner you can be with your wife. All right?
I'm trying to be tough so I can go to the hospital and be with my wife.
We're not going to shower or anything right now. We need to stand by with you.
I don't understand why.
Okay? Please.
I don't understand why.
I tried explaining that to you. We just need to stand by with you.
I'm standing by. Why can't I take a shower while you stand by? What
It's not necessary right now. I'm not going to stand here and watch you shower.
After settling on a change of clothes, Chris is informed that his other two children, two girls ages 5 and 9, have arrived with their grandmother and are waiting for him outside.
Man.
As he passes by, a keen-eyed officer spots that Chris is holding something in his hands that detectives will need to collect as evidence.
He's got the shirt she was wearing. Are we going to need that?
Probably, yes.
So we're gonna need to take the dress. Okay?
Whoa.
Part of this thing, so we have to take her dress. We have to leave it here. Like he said, we're doing an investigation still. We have to have her
What's
dress.
up with the dress?
Take her dress.
Investigators decide to let Chris go ahead to the hospital, opting to speak to both him and his wife later that evening. The following recorded interviews between them and the detective detail their version of what happened. But as you'll soon discover, shocking discrepancies and jaw-dropping evidence reveal a far more devastating series of events.
If you can walk me through the events, starting from obviously this morning and then to eventually you guys reaching out, calling 911.
Pretty normal morning. The girls woke up and one of their friends had asked them to they went into the elevate with like their mom's friend. Their best friends live next door. Grandma was supposed to come get them. I think she showed up around 10:30 or something to elevate.
As the older daughters left for the trampoline park, Parker was supposedly left alone in Chris's care. He next explains that he went to a doctor's office and took Parker along with him, only to discover that it was closed.
So we just basically turned around and came home. And I looked at the clock and I remember thinking like, oh, I gotta get home because the girls are gonna probably head back soon. So we got home and the girls weren't home yet, but baby was sleeping in the car. And so I had taken some stuff inside, and I came back out, and the girls were there. They had just pulled up. So they came inside, and I checked on the baby. She was still sleeping. And then came back inside. That's where I just kind of like, I was, I don't know, thinking that she was playing with her sisters. I think me coming home and thinking that, you know, the girls were going to be home, so I got to like come back in and out kind of thing.
You said the girls came home. You remember about what time that was?
I want to say it was like 2:30.
The next-door neighbor, whose kids went with Chris's older daughters earlier in the day, has a very different answer for what time the children came home.
And you said they got dropped off about when? What time?
Probably 1:30.
think like 1:15.
And then, do you remember what time you left to go to the clinic? Okay. Do you remember roughly about what time you got to the clinic and saw their clothes?
Probably about 2.
Security footage from nearby businesses and
that
Chris's
was a lot.
neighborhood paint a shockingly different picture, as we'll soon uncover. The discrepancies between his account and what the cameras captured will be impossible for detectives to ignore, especially as an even more startling pattern of behavior begins to surface.
So the girls get home about 2:30. You checked.
Still sleeping, and the car was still on.
Okay.
I think it's like every 30 minutes or something. Like, we'll turn it off if you haven't moved the car.
I don't know, I think a lockout period for the car is like 20 minutes, if I were to guess.
Is that something that's happened before that you've noticed with the car? Or?
I've noticed the car stopping before just because I was sitting in it one time and not like having like anything going on and it just turns off, so I know that it does that at some point.
Crime scene
It's
investigation.
got to be like an EV vehicle or a hybrid. It's got to be. I've never heard of regular vehicles. My other vehicle does not do that. It's a regular gas vehicle. It does not do that. I can have that bitch on for hours and it will not shut up by itself. But maybe it's like a certain system. What does it say?
Investigators performed a test to replicate this event on Chris's car, and while the exact time varied between each test, the vehicle turned itself off consistently around the 20-minute mark.
Okay.
1 hour after the
Comment down below. Let me know if your vehicle does the same thing. Does it just shut off if you just park and you're just chilling, listening to music, and the car is still on? Will the engine shut off? Comment down below. Let me know.
engine shut off. Investigators recorded the temperature of the back seat where Parker was left sleeping. It was
Oh
a
my God.
sweltering 149 degrees Fahrenheit.
And then you go inside. You guys are doing things as normal. Then what's next?
Girls were playing in their room on their iPads like they usually do. That's where I thought the baby was. Girl said hi, but the baby didn't come say hi to her, so that's what she was like, "Where's the baby?" I was like, "I don't know, I think she's sleeping." And my daughter was looking for her first, and the girl said that she was sleeping in the toy room, but when I got up and went from the toy room, she wasn't in there. And then we were like,
Because you didn't bring her in
I was
there.
just walking around the house, like checking the rooms and stuff, because I figured she was in one of the other rooms. I went out in the driveway and checked the car.
Already, Chris's timeline casts doubts as it places Parker in the driveway from before 2:30 p.m. up until the 911 call was placed, much longer than the 30 to 45 minutes he originally claimed. These discrepancies won't escape these seasoned detectives, but the truth they uncover will be worse than they imagined.
As far as letting sleep in the car, have you done that before with the
No.
kids? No.
Not that I'm aware of.
And then, had you done anything like this before, where you just let her sleep in the car or anything like
No, that's normally, I mean, I have the girls with me usually, and the girls are always, good about, like, "Dad, get the baby," like, we'll walk one side together.
being sensitive, but I have to ask these questions. Any issues at home? Any problems?
No, we have the perfect life. Like, I'm not even kidding.
No.
Like, every day we're just in awe of just how much we love each other, how perfect our girls are, just how full everything is. It's just, it's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
While they both claim it's never happened before, security footage witnessed by police, along with more unsettling claims, will ultimately reveal the possibility of a disturbing pattern of behavior. On the morning of July 9th, the day of the incident, Chris allegedly pulled into a gas station at around 12:06 p.m. on his way to the doctor's office.
Okay.
He's seen entering by himself, and after buying 3 cans of beer, enters the bathroom. Only 1 can remained as he exited without paying around 12:10 p.m. Chris's vehicle is next seen arriving at the doctor's office at 12:12 p.m., hours before he originally claimed. His vehicle is then seen making a third stop at a Bosch's grocery store at 12:30 p.m. Cameras captured someone matching Chris's description entering the store at 12:40 p.m., once again alone. He's then seen returning to the vehicle at 12:47 p.m. At 12:47, neighborhood cameras captured Chris entering the neighborhood. The vehicle was captured pulling into the driveway at 12:53 p.m., where Parker was left asleep until 4:16 p.m., when the 911 call was placed.
Oh my God.
Parker Schultes remained in the driveway for more than 3 hours. The possibility that Parker was left unattended at each location may have been a shock to detectives, but to neighbors it was no surprise. After hearing troubling rumors circulating in their small neighborhood, investigators begin to question them and are shocked at the surprising allegations. Neighbors tell police that there have been multiple incidents in which the older girls were rumored to be found lost and wandering the neighborhood, while Chris was nowhere to be found. As well, a second neighbor came forward to say she'd been involved in a number of search parties for the girls over the years and claimed that...
Sounds like maybe he's an alcoholic, or maybe he be on drugs, or whatever the case is, and don't be tending to his children.
That while Chris was home, he would have no clue they even left the house. While Chris and his wife both adamantly denied regularly leaving their children alone, disturbing text messages surfaced between the two that seemed to contradict their claims. In this exchange, which took place just after Parker was taken to the hospital, the messages read, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" To which Chris replies, "I'm sorry. Detectives are coming for me. I'm going to prison. I killed our baby." Additionally, in the months leading up to Parker's untimely death, the mother accused Chris of driving under the influence with the girls in the car. As well, it appears that Chris admits to speeding at nearly 140 miles per hour with one of the children in the back seat. One burning question still remains: what Chris was doing while Parker was supposedly trapped in the scorching vehicle for over 3 hours.
Between 2:30 and then when came home, what were you doing?
Working on laundry. The Office was on TV. Just drinking a Dr. Pepper. Done a little vacuuming on the stuff in the house. It was just like a lounge around the house day.
A search of Chris's phone may shed even more light on his activities at the time. Shockingly, around 2 p.m. while Parker slept in the hot car, Chris may have been browsing for men's clothing and searching for adult videos, raising chilling questions about his priorities and state of mind. With enough probable cause to make an arrest, police once again returned to the home on July...
That nigga was whacking off while his child was baking in the fucking heat, bro. That's crazy.
12th, just 3 days after Parker's tragic death.
Hey, how you doing? I'm alright. You have to let Chris come out.
So, based off of our investigation at this point, right, we have determined that there's probable cause to go ahead and charge you for what happened. Okay.
Let's come out here, Christopher. No. It's okay.
No.
Okay, so, listen, okay, this doesn't change. This doesn't change what's going on, okay? What happens at this point, it's simple, okay? What happens at this point is you are going to be taken into custody, alright? And you will be booked. And then after you are booked, you have an initial appearance with the judge within the first 24 hours, okay? After the first 24 hours, right, the judge will determine bond and things like that as far as what happens next. At that point, the case goes to the courts. It'll be between you, it'll be between your attorneys, and it'll be between the county prosecutor. So, again, I can't change the consequences of what happened, all right? But what I'm going to ask of you... Okay.
Come on, Chris. Let's go on here.
It seems as if they already lost their father. Judging by all the evidence, judging by what the neighbors are saying, the eyewitnesses, the snitches who don't get stitches in this case, and they shouldn't, because this is involving a child, right? And this is very, very serious. You can't just be out here being a dad and not being a dad, and just getting drunk and whatever the hell you're doing, whacking off and shit, and not caring and not tending to your children, not knowing where the hell they are. This is addict behavior, you know? So this is an extreme case of what could happen when you don't get help for your addictions, right? This is just very, very sad all the way around, bro. All the way around.
No, right there. Let me put shoes on.
Can I just ask one thing, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you say bye now, please?
Okay. So listen to what I'm saying. I'm not resisting. Please.
Just relax. Just relax, Christopher.
You listen.
Just relax. Just relax. Just relax.
The timing of the arrest doesn't sit well with Chris's wife and mother, who expressed their concerns as well as their harsh opinions about the officers themselves.
Just you guys two were trying to make this as realistic as possible, so I don't think you could wait till after the funeral.
I don't want kids to see Dad get hold on.
Seriously.
That's going to be between you and Court.
Can I get my kiss?
It's a tough situation, man. At the end of the day, the guy seems like just an addict, you know, it's addict behavior. And I don't want to judge the guy. I don't know what he's going through mentally. I don't know what he's going through, but they definitely don't have a perfect life like the wife is trying to make it seem. As if, you know, like anybody who says, oh, we're perfect, I just don't believe that bullshit, because nobody's perfect. No relationship is perfect. You know, perfection does not exist until you leave this physical plane, in my opinion. Okay, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So I don't want to be too harsh towards him, even though what he did and his neglect caused a beautiful child to leave this world, a beautiful innocent child to leave this world, right? I don't want to be too judgmental on him as well. Like I said, we don't know what he's going through, and it's not an excuse. There is no excuse, right? But at the end of the day, the dude seems like he has issues. He does have issues, you know, and it seems like they had false alarms that led up to this one big tragic event. And this is something that we can all learn from. If you are currently going through something right now and God keeps showing you and giving you chances to turn your life around, right? And you're saying, oh, God saved me on this time. God's not going to continue to save you. There will be a rock bottom that you hit that will force you to get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? So you have to listen when God shows you different warnings and red flags. You know, you have to wake the fuck up, or you will be waking up one way or another, or you will be woke up one way or another. You know, don't be like me. I learned the hard way. I've learned the hard way with a lot of things in my life, right? Because I'm just stubborn and I have to learn the hard way, right? I just got to go through it. I got to bump my head and stumble in order for me to actually learn. But this is a sad case right here for everybody involved, you know?
Chris, I'm going to be here and I'll take care of everything.
That's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. Tough. I feel bad for him too.
No hurt. No hurt at all.
As officers prepare for transport,
like it's the police fault. Like the police made the baby bake in the damn car. Come on, bro.
They make one final consideration, given the extreme temperatures.
Anything inside your pockets? You just have to expand it, okay? Hey, Brooks, on the AC, look on the bottom, it says rear. Let's get the AC. Thank you.
Christopher Schultes was arrested and booked into the Pima County Adult Detention Center. He's been indicted on charges of second-degree murder and child abuse related to the death of Parker Schultes. While he was later released pre-trial services, the court had asked for a $1 million bond. During his second showing at the court in August 2024, Schultes pleaded not guilty to the charges. The charges have now been escalated to first-degree murder and child abuse.
How do you plead not guilty? Wow, that's it? How do you plead not guilty, bro? See, I try to have empathy for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But goddamn it, you cannot tell me that you pled not guilty. Wow. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, man. Very bad, very sad situation all the way around, like I said, man. Let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their aunt, your mama, tell their uncle Joe. We still a haul. We'll see you guys in the next motherfucking video, and I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.